Selena is an assassin mage who can deal a huge amount of burst damage in her abyssal form, while in her elven form she can apply pressure to the enemy team with her second skill, and providing teammates with enemy location using her abyssal traps. With the recent change made to her, Selena has seen a rise of popularity in ranked mythical matches. She has become the fourth picked hero for the past 30 days, with a pick rate of 2.55%, win rate of 48.02%, and ban rate of 25.62%. With how unique her kit is, having access to two forms with separate skills that complement each other, it is no surprise as to why she can be appealing to most players. This gives players the freedom to play her in different styles, from a roamer who can give map information and continuously harass enemies, a mid laner that can easily clear lanes and assist other lane, and a jungler that can clear creeps faster and rotate between areas. It is thanks to her unique kit that she is still popular these days despite being one of the oldest heroes in the game. So for today, I'll be providing you with a guide in understanding her kit, what emblems to use, battle spell and items, some tips and combos, so hopefully you become a better Selena user. Selena's passive allows her to easily switch between her two forms, Elven and Abyssal. When in Elven form, her skills can apply a mark called the Abyssal Mark, which enables her skills in her Abyssal form to consume a mark to deal extra damage. Only two Abyssal marks can be present at an enemy. Her first skill in her Elven form summons an Abyssal Trap which can be placed anywhere and last for 60 seconds with a limit of 3 traps at the same time. When an enemy is caught by the trap, it will apply an Abyssal Mark and detonate after 3 seconds, applying again a new Abyssal Mark. For each additional trap an enemy gets, its final damage is increased by 50%. Her second skill in her Elven form launches an arrow to stun an enemy. The stun duration is based on the distance traveled by the arrow and grants her additional movement speed if the stun duration is 0.9 seconds or longer. Her arrow can pick up Abyssal traps along the way to apply the effects of Abyssal Trap. Her third skill in her Elven form transforms her into her Abyssal form, gaining additional movement speed for 0.8 seconds and resets the cooldown of her Abyssal skills. While in her Abyssal form, her basic attack deals extra magic damage. Note that only the main enemy receives magic damage, while nearby enemies receive her normal basic attack. Her first skill in her Abyssal form enhances her next basic attack for 5 seconds. Her next basic attack gains the following effect. Its range is increased by 0.9 units, deals extra damage, and grants her a shield. Note that this basic attack is single target and will only affect the main target. Her second skill in her Abyssal form allows her to charge into the direction to deal damage. Whenever an Abyssal Mark is triggered, this skill's cooldown immediately resets. Her third skill in her Abyssal form transforms her into her Elven form, gaining additional movement speed for 0.8 seconds and resets the cooldown of her Elven skills. For her main emblem, Selena can either use Assassin Emblem for its extra penetration and movement speed, or Mage Emblem with its high magic attack and extra cooldown. This usually depends on your playstyle or the enemies you face against. Assassin Emblem can help against heroes with high magic def and allow you to move faster, while Mage Emblem is good for burst build and cooldown builds to easily spam your skills. As for her first standard talent, she can use Thrill for burst builds, Inspire for cooldown builds, Rupture when facing against high HP heroes, or Agility, which allows you to move faster between lane when roaming. Her second standard talent will also depend on what build or role you're using. For burst build, I'd recommend Weapon Master, which gives you 5% more attack from all sources, which includes emblem bonuses, or use Master Assassin to deal high burst damage against lone heroes, Bargain Hunter when playing as a roam to buy items faster, or Wilderness Blessing to rotate faster, Seasoned Hunter to clear jungle creeps or lane creeps faster. Additionally, You can also use Pull Yourself Together to use battle spells faster. As for her core talent, Lethal Ignition for securing kills, which also pairs well with Sky Piercer, Impure Rage for harassing enemies with your skills. This is also a good option against heroes with high HP. Warcry is also an easy choice, as Selena can easily activate the requirement for an extra 8% increase in damage. Some other notable talents for her are Killing Spree and Quantum Charge. For her boots, you can use Demon Shoes for mana. Regeneration, her skills in her elven form consumes a lot of mana. Rapid Boots as a roam, which allows you to move faster between lane. Arcane Boots for extra magic penetration. Magic Shoes for cooldown builds. And Tough Boots when facing against teams with a lot of crowd control skills. When roaming, Selena, as she can apply stun to enemies with her second skill, allowing her teammates to deal extra damage. Conceal is also a great alternative to ambush enemies, and encouraged to boost allies' attack and attack speed. Items Selena can use effectively are Starlium Scythe, which is a great option for her as she can easily spam her skills dealing extra true damage through her basic attack. Sky Piercer to secure kills and move faster. Lightning Truncheon when going for burst build and a good option when harassing the enemy team. Blood Wings for some extra shield and movement speed. Divine Glaive for enemies with high magic def, or Genius Wand for reducing enemy magic def. Holy Crystal for a huge boost in magic attack. Wishing Lantern when facing against high HP enemies. Glowing Wand when facing enemies with high healing/shield effect, or high lifesteal, and Enchanted Talisman for cooldown builds to easily spam skills. Here are some build examples that I use most of the time. During any phase of the game, it is important to use Skill 1 Abyssal Trap in areas where enemies lurk, such as bushes on lane, to provide allies with enemy position. You can also place traps around Turtle and Lord area when taking it to alert incoming enemies. This can also help you to use her Abyssal Arrow to ambush unsuspecting enemies. When clearing the first wave in mid lane, it is best to just use her Abyssal Trap to clear the wave, as enemies can easily gank you. As mid lane is the most dangerous lane, as enemies can jump at you from any direction, you can use an Abyssal Trap on the bushes to alert for incoming enemies. When reaching level 2, Selena can easily clear waves through her passive Abyssal Mark. By using Abyssal Trap to apply the mark, you can then switch through her Abyssal form and quickly use Skill 2 to clear the wave. When laning or roaming, you can use Abyssal Arrows to check the area ahead when pushing a turret. This can also be used at bushes to find enemies hiding. When in a team fight, it is best to use an Abyssal Arrow to stun an enemy and assess the situation. If you can do an easy combo of her skill, 2 Garrote to deal damage, or continue to provide support in the back lane with her traps and arrow. Additionally, when in a team fight, Selena can take advantage of the chaotic situation to use her Skill 2 on enemy marksmen or mages, as it is much harder for them to dodge her arrows and she can easily kill them. As Selena's enhanced basic attack goes on cooldown the moment you activate it, it is best to use immediately when switching forms to unleash 2 powerful basic attacks at enemies. With this, you can execute a deadly combo of skills. When stunning an enemy, you can switch forms immediately, using Skill 1 and Skill 2 to quickly consume an Abyssal Mark and use her basic attack. That's all for this video, and comment below on who I should make a guide next.